Straight. Wow. Everyone's gone, huh? Hi, Katie.
Good job.
Amy, you're okay.
Good, Judge.
What's new?
So, Judge, I'm here on Broderick Davis, fugitive.
Yes. But I thought Greg was here for that case.
Oops, someone signed up.
No. Oh. So it's the same issue with another case. Tell me what happened.
Okay, so we got it done. We got the parole hold lifted, even though they were like, man, we don't want to. Everything was great and dandy until Friday afternoon when my
What happened, Frank?
my client decided he wants to withdraw his waiver. And so I explained everything. I was like, hey,
I hear.
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind bringing him out? I don't even know. What's the name?
Broderick Davis.
Davis.
Number one, he's gonna try to fire me. He wants to talk about firing me. I already talked to him back and was like, hey, how do you wanna, they were
This
like.
isn't Burger King, man.
So, I said he wants the waiver withdrawal.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. I mean, I still
Right.
can deny it.
Right, you just have to talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll let
I
him.
think our big thing is that I've been urging to not withdraw, like to keep it, because we're finally moving.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, if he wants us to get a governor warrant, we'll get a governor's warrant. Huh?
It's been over 100 days and like, he's had the waiver in place. So we were proceeding as if the waiver was in place and that we would get the parole hold lifted so that Kentucky can come get him. But as soon as the parole hold got lifted, I think, you know.
So where's he wanted from?
Judge, he is wanted out of the Jefferson County, Kentucky for wanton endangerment, first degree, and possession of firearm by a convicted felon.
Do we know when they can make it here?
I'm sorry,
Do
Judge?
we know when they can make it here?
They're planning on coming to pick him up, Judge,
Yeah, but
within
when?
the time period. I don't know the exact date they'd asked, I believe,
Danny tried to get them this weekend.
yeah, he already contacted them. They weren't gonna be able to like,
It was pretty
come
fast.
immediately, but they're coming, they should be coming within a 2-week time period.
Morning, Miss Davis. How's it going?
Too blessed to be stressed.
So here's the deal. You're wanted at Kentucky for 2 serious charges. One of them is willful and wanton, you say destruction?
It is endangerment, Your Honor.
Sorry, willful and wanton endangerment. The other one is possession of a weapon by a felon, okay? You've already waived. The problem that we had all the time and why it took so long was because, so he is on parole,
Yes, Judge.
right? But it took forever and a day for them to lift that parole hold for your case to move forward. Shreya, how much time did you put in to try to get the hold lifted, would you say?
Oh, Judge, I've got hours and hours and hours. Hours, lots of hours.
I mean, just give me ballpark.
I'm just gonna give you, and he has a copy of the file too, I would say 6 hours.
She's put in a lot of time. That's just to get them to lift the hold. I don't know anyone here in the 6 years we've been here that has put in 6 hours of phone calls and time just to reach out to parole to get them to release a hold. And luckily, she did. Otherwise, you would be stuck like Chuck, just waiting even more. So, you have waived, and the problem is that Kentucky is on their way to come get you, and they should be here within the next 2 weeks. She's told me that you, what do you want? I guess. Let's start with that. What do you want?
I've been incarcerated since April the 8th, not on a parole violation, but on the warrant out of Kentucky.
For both.
No, the parole violation hit 2 days after. My time started on the 8th. It didn't start on when parole hit. Parole told me that
Time started. Time for what?
90 days for them to indict me. My parole lawyer and parole officer told me they has 90 days to indict me. If they didn't indict me, parole would lift the hold, and then it will be up to you to give me a bond or to release me.
There's no indictment here.
Yes, sir.
There's no indictment here.
I'm aware of that. Yes, sir.
The only thing that we want is for you to go back to Kentucky.
I'm not a Kentucky resident. There is no evidence that says that I've been in Kentucky. There's no evidence that says that I'm the person who they're looking for. You just have a name. There's no other evidence. I have an attorney that's in Kentucky who's talking to the DA, and there is no other evidence.
If your lawyer in Kentucky can get them to release the hold, then we'll release you here. But when they took you in, they were able to match your fingerprints and who you are, your identifying factors to the person that's wanted out of Kentucky. And that's how they put one and one together to come up with two. And that's how they identified who you are. And unfortunately, you're wanted out of a different jurisdiction. Because that, we can't let you go.
So I can't get a bond or anything.
I mean, theoretically, but I don't know if I'm going to give you a bond, right? Was he on parole?
Judge, yes, he has had the parole hold. So to be clear, his 90 days has not started until the other day on the 18th.
I get that, but I mean,
So yes, he's on parole, Judge. And to my understanding, basically, if he were to refuse, then they would want the parole hold placed on him again, because they obviously do not want him getting out on a bond. So we would be arguing strongly against a bond based on his criminal history and the parole hold.
What's the parole? What's he on parole for?
It is for, it was out of Fort Bend County. Let's see. Looks like it's for aggravated assault, serious bodily injury.
Okay.
In 99,
How much time did you get on that?
I was 16. I got 35 years. I did 19.
Wow.
Since I've been home, my record has been impeccable.
Somehow you picked up charges in Kentucky somehow.
I see that.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
And Judge, you picked up the felon possession here in 2020 as well. It was dismissed, but
Guys, so you picked up also another felon in possession here.
yes, Your Honor.
Where-
It was ultimately dismissed, but that was a case from 2020 that was here.
In Harris County or?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, because I don't see that. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah. I just,
Sorry, there was another mistaken identity too. Like my parole officer even told me like there is nothing on that. That's why they dismissed it. There's no way that I would have caught a case and not been incarcerated or anything like that. I'm on parole until 2035, Your Honor. It wouldn't make sense for me to be doing something crazy and then not be locked up. I'm in custody now.
the problem, but listen to what
Yes,
Katie said. So
sir.
if I set you a bond now, the minute I set you a bond, they're going to place another parole hold on you, right? Let's say theoretically, I set a bond on you now for whatever it may be, 30,000, 20,000, 50,000, 10,000. The minute I do that, she's gonna get on the phone, she's gonna call parole, they're gonna put another hold on you, and we're gonna be in the same exact position we were before Shreya was able to lift the hold. So before you even get the money to bond out, you're gonna get another hold. It doesn't make sense.
I made bond down here. Would I be able to go up there and then make a bond?
No, because they're going to put a parole hold. Parole doesn't want you to get out. That's the point. So even if I set you a bond right now, she's gonna reach out to parole. They're gonna put another hold on you, and then you're gonna sit for another 90 days while Shreya tries to convince them to lift the hold again. And then, well, probably at that time, they're gonna be, well, why are we gonna release the hold now? We know the judge is gonna give them a bond. Then they won't release the hold. I mean, that's what, if I was parole, that's what I would think, right? The bottom line is this, is that the good news is that they released the hold. So now that you can get on with your business in Kentucky. Go to Kentucky, take care of the stuff over there, and then hopefully it'll end in a good fashion so that you can just get out and get on your way. I don't know what happened in Kentucky. I have no idea, but I don't have jurisdiction to do anything with your Kentucky cases. I can't do anything. That's Kentucky. I can't dismiss Kentucky cases. I can't tell them how to rule. I just don't. I don't have that kind of power.
Yes, sir.
You
So
know?
if I go up there, I won't be able to get a bond either.
No, I didn't say that. I don't know.
She said parole will put another hold on me, so I won't.
Here in Harris County, when you get to Kentucky, I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean,
Judge noticed that they are on their way. I was looking at the emails and it does look like they're planning on picking him up, seemingly by the 30th, so, which is within the 2 weeks.
you'll be out within the next 5 to 6 days. With Kentucky picking you up.
No, sir. I would like to rescind.
Would like to what?
Rescind my waiver.
Okay, I'm not going to grant it. I don't want to go through the cyclical thing that we're going through. Mr. Davis, I want you to get on I want you to take care of the business that you got and then move on with your life. The only thing I'm going to counsel you is don't pick up a gun. Nothing good happens when you do. You know, you keep proverbially shooting yourself in the foot. You keep doing stuff that lands you over and over and over in jail. Stop. Life is not about sitting in a 6x9, not eating McDonald's, Burger King. You know, I really like those fruit tarts from Lattilene. They're killer, man. That's what life's about. Get on, move on with your business, take care of it, and then just be safe.
Were you the one who gave me the waiver to sign?
No, Judge, it was at magistrate court.
And I didn't have an attorney at the time, and you're telling me now that I can't rescind my waiver?
I'm not going to grant it, no.
Wow. Okay, I guess
I want you to get on with your life.
if I gotta wait, then there's no way I can appeal that.
If I rescind this, you're going to get another parole hold. You're going to sit for another 90 days. I'm not going to do that. It's nonsensical.
I'm on parole till 2035. There's nothing that I can do about that.
If you sit here and wait till 2035, those Kentucky charges will sit with you, and then you're going to have to, in 2035, get on to Kentucky. You want to do that?
I don't mind.
Not smart, dude. Then you're going to be sitting there forever in jail. Get that Kentucky stuff done. Perhaps by 2035, you're done with everything. All right.
Judge, a couple of things. So I just want to talk to the judge about anything else, or are we good?
Is there any way that I can appeal this process?
Oh,
No.
I think we talked
Is
about
there
that.
any way I can challenge it?
I think we talked about that. I think you want to fire me.
Oh.
Do you want to fire me?
How am I gonna fire you? They finna come pick me up and
No, I just want to know if you have any concerns about that. Now, here is the time, because I can't fire myself. Do you want to? Or
I'm not taking her off your case. If you want,
I already knew that.
if you want a different lawyer, you're welcome to hire one. But what I would say, if you're going to do something like that, get yourself a lawyer for the Kentucky case, because that's what you really need to fight. Because if you can get all that stuff taken care of in a good manner, I bet you that they would keep you on parole so that you can get out and live your life. They'll reinstate your parole if all that stuff goes away. Here, in this case, you were correct. They filed the dismissal because they couldn't prove that you had a gun. So you were right here. If you're right in the Kentucky case and you can show it, they'll put you back on parole so you can get out and get on with your life. That's what needs to happen. And that's where your focus needs to be on fighting Kentucky, not this stupid shisa here, because you'll be gone in 5 to 6 days. Focus your energy, your power on Kentucky.
I have no choice.
All right,
Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, best of luck, you bud, okay?
Yes, sir.
Victor.
Perfect, Your Honor.
Yeah.
You get it.